How you doing, everybody? So, how easy is it to make 1,000 horsepower with an LSX376? Pretty damn easy. Remember I talked about a little while ago in another video that our goal is to make 1,000 horsepower? Well, we did that quite easily with this setup. This is a stock GM Chevrolet 376 crate engine, stock bottom end, with our MVT376 bolt head. Alright, so this is the GM LSX head, just our CNC program and our valve job and everything. So this is what we call our MVT376 bolt for the LS3. And then we just have ID2000 injectors with a fast LSXR intake and 102mm throttle body with an F1X Procharger. And we made at 6,100, we made in 17 pounds of boost, we made 1,060 horsepower. So let's just say we ran this to 7,000 and we made 22 pounds of boost. So yes, we made a lot more power. I'm not going to share those numbers because, well, that's for Sean to discuss. It's his engine and this is going in one of his street cars. So he can discuss it down in Texas when he's racing with all the boys. But at the end of the day, I just wanted to tell you how easy it is to make power with these things. You don't have to go crazy. I mean, yeah, you got a little bit of money, obviously, with this Procharger. There's a couple different Prochargers you can go with. This one's a pretty good bad boy. This thing will support like 2,000 horsepower. So you can definitely do a lot more with this. But honestly, for a Chevrolet LSX 376 cubic inch, making 1,000 horsepower with some of our bolt-ons, like I said, you could buy all this from us and do it yourself, or you can buy the complete package, okay, that you want. All right, so we can provide the whole thing, or you can buy the parts, or you can just buy our heads and camshaft that go together. I mean, so we have good Ferrea valves. You know, Ferrea works with us on our valves, and this has got a good set of their 6,000 series valves, packed springs to handle the lift. We're running about 647 thousandths lift. It's one of our own custom camshaft designs, so that we matched up to this head. And quite honestly, there's still more left. I mean, this is a stock bottom end GM engine. And we made 1,000 horse comfortably. I knew once we did the very first pull, you know, I mean, we did a park throttle pull at 37% throttle, all right, just to kind of get a pull up to 5,000 at 37% throttle, just to see how my fuel curve looked. Now, mind you, this is all E85, this setup, and we made 560 foot-pounds and 500 horse at just that, okay, and like 1.5 pounds of boost. All right, so when we started putting more throttle at 67% throttle, we made 900 horsepower and 15 pounds of boost at 6,000 RPM. So then when I went to full throttle, like I said, I hit I hit a total of 22 pounds of boost at 7,000, but by 6,100 RPM, I'd already achieved the goal of 1,000 horsepower at 17 pounds of boost at that point. And so, like I said, we maxed it out at 7,000 RPM, 22 pounds. We beat our goal of 1,000 horsepower for sure, which I felt very confident that we would do quite easily. Now just imagine if we built you a full-out race engine, okay, what I can do with a small block. I mean, this is just a basic example of our 1,000 horsepower package street performance application. We can duplicate this in all kinds of cars. So I can confidently tell you, if you want a 1,000 horsepower package, here you go. And this is a little bit more affordable. Now, how long will the stock bottom end last on this? Well, I don't know, honestly, because again, I know GM has successfully tested this up to 900 horsepower comfortably with no problems. We just beat on it pretty good, you know, with no problems. Now, I will tell you this PCB system, so it has a lot of crankcase pressure when you start pushing the boost like that. So we need to do some ventilation and things of that nature and vent this thing. But at the end of the day, this is an affordable 1,000 horsepower package here, quite honestly. And so now imagine, I mean, the next one I want to do is a 2,000 horsepower package, quite honestly. So obviously a totally different rotating assembly. I do the dirt LSX block, do the rotating assembly, do a F1X Procharger on it, or maybe a variant of, and just do a 2,000 horsepower package, which we can comfortably say we can do, honestly. I already know what we would do to the cylinder heads. I already know we probably do a different set of cylinder heads. There's two in mind that we would do our own multi-valve head. And well, it's our multi-valve technology cylinder head that we do here in-house and get it all going. But with that being said, I just wanted to share this with you. For those of you watching, you know, we've been doing a lot of LS testing. Those that follow us and see what we're doing, I try to share this information with you as I go. Again, pretty basic setup. Just a good set of our heads with our camshaft. Aftermarket LSXR intake, for example, in this case, you could do different intakes, all that. ID2000 injectors, alright, I like injector dynamics, their stuff works good. It's a good setup. E85 setup. Really an awesome package. Our air intake temps are 106. I have the intercooler down here, which if you watched any of our other video, you saw me kind of show all this before, alright. But, you know, everything really worked well in this matter. The only thing we had was blew out the rear main seal a little bit because of the crankcase pressure. So we're going to fix all those ventilation now that we know with this factory setup what we can get away with and where the little catches are. And then from here on out now we can comfortably start testing on our next platforms that we're going to do with this Procharger setup. But very comfortable to say, small block power, pretty damn impressive. And you want a 1,000 horsepower package? Give us a call. Talk to you soon. Bye.